Hi, this is Ben Arcand.
Dylan Hodap.
David Heiser.
Corey Hughesby.
Nate Knutson.
And we're 1.21 gigawatts. Bees, the pollinators of the animal kingdom. Although tiny in size, these insects play a huge role in modern agriculture, responsible for over $14 billion in production in the US alone. But there's a problem. Colony collapse disorder, or CCD, is threatening the bee population worldwide. A bee die-off threatens agriculture production and our food supply. Lower food production means higher food prices and less access to healthy foods. This causes an increased incidence of metabolic disorders like diabetes and obesity, especially among low-income households. But how are we going to help? After speaking with beekeepers in our community and discussing their needs, we determined that healthy hives can be achieved through better information.
To achieve a big honey crop, you need healthy bees, a lot of bees, and bees that live long.
With that in mind, we designed the Hive Minder, an automated open-source beehive that uses off-the-shelf parts to monitor the health and productivity of the colony, make predictions, and share data with other beekeepers. The Hive Minder is modeled after a standard Langstroth beehive. Bees enter the hive at the bottom board. They live in the lower boxes called supers, and honey is stored in the upper boxes, which makes harvesting easier. Internal temperature sensors give the beekeepers information on the rate of bee reproduction and can indicate if the hive needs to be heated when the weather gets cold. External temperature sensors monitor the weather patterns and can indicate when plants will be in bloom and when the bees will be most active. A camera at the door of the hive monitors the coming and going of bees and can alert the beekeeper if bees are not returning to the hive. The camera data can also be analyzed to look for parasites that live on the body of the bee and can let the beekeeper know if it's time to intervene and treat parasites. A microphone can be used to predict if the bees are getting ready to swarm, and the keeper can intervene so they don't lose their colony. Hive weight is measured with a scale and can indicate the rate of honey production and consumption. All of this data is collected using an Arduino and relayed to a computer using a cellular shield. The data can be viewed using a web browser or smartphone, and the beekeeper will receive notifications when important events take place in the hive. With all this information, we can study bees to see patterns emerge on a large scale. We can diagnose problems and deliver remedies remotely. The system could create economies of scale for regional beekeepers. It could open the doors to beginning beekeepers, giving them better tools to help learn the art. It may even give local makers an opportunity to build and sell kits and expand further on this idea. The result? Happier, healthier bees.
Yep, let them know you're there. Oh my gosh. Oh my